Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by hills and dry fields, lived a boy named Arjun. His family was poor, not poor just in wealth, but in opportunity. Every day was a struggle to survive, yet Arjun carried a dream in his heart, small but strong. He wanted to study, to learn, to one day lift his family out of hardship. But dreams in his world came with a price. There was no school in his village, and his parents, though loving, couldn't afford to send him to the city. So Arjun did what he could. He worked alongside his father in the fields, carried water, collected firewood, and helped at home. But in the stillness of each day, when the world went quiet, he would sit under a large peepal tree near his home and look out at a far-off school building on a distant hill in the next village. There he'd watch children laugh, study, run, and play. A life that seemed so close, yet so far. One evening, while staring at that school, Arjun whispered to himself, "One day, I will be there." From that moment, he changed. He began collecting old, worn-out books from children of the next village. After long days of work, he'd sit by a tiny oil lamp and teach himself to read, to write, and to dream properly. But his journey was anything but easy. His progress was slow. The letters danced on the pages. Many nights he felt like giving up. His family didn't understand. "Why waste your time, Arjun?" his father said gently. "This is our life. Learn to live it." But Arjun's heart was stubborn. He didn't stop. He couldn't. Still, doubt is a quiet enemy. And one evening, after a long day under the sun, it caught up with him. As he sat by the tree, exhausted and muddy, he looked again at the school in the distance and thought, "What if this dream never comes true? What if I'm just chasing a shadow?" Just then, an old man walking down the path noticed him. He had kind eyes and walked with a cane made of polished wood. "You look troubled, boy," he said. Arjun looked up and poured his heart out about his struggle, his dream, and the fear that maybe it was all pointless. The old man smiled and sat beside him. He said, "Do you know how a river carves through mountains?" Arjun shook his head. "Not by force," the old man continued, "but by patience. Drop by drop, quietly, the river wears down even the hardest stone. It takes years, but it never stops. And one day it creates a path no one thought possible." He looked at Arjun and added, "Be that river. Quiet, steady, unstoppable." Those words didn't just comfort Arjun, they changed him. From then on, every doubt became a stepping stone. Every struggle, a lesson. His dream no longer felt far away. It felt inevitable. Then months later, something happened. A new school was built in Arjun's own village. The entire village rejoiced, but none more than Arjun. He enrolled immediately. The challenges didn't vanish. His classmates were far ahead. He often felt like a stranger in his own classroom, but he remembered the river, and so he worked harder, studying under the stars, asking questions, failing, and trying again. Soon his teachers began to notice, not his talent, but his fire, his quiet determination. Years passed, and Arjun, the boy who once sat under a tree staring at a distant school, became a teacher himself. He opened a small learning center for children like him, dreamers who needed just one chance. And to every child, he'd say the same thing. Be like the river. Slow maybe, quiet yes, but never stopping, never giving up. Life may place mountains in your path, but even mountains bow to rivers. Your dreams are not far, just buried under time and effort. Keep flowing, and one day the world will carve space for you. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What's your dream? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next inspiring story, right here on Wish Stories.